Hey everyone, Jared Gaspy back here again, and I wanted to upload another video. I know I'm not super consistent on how often I do it, or even what I really talk about whenever I do upload videos. Half of the time they're about real estate, and half of the time they're about random crap that I just feel like talking about for a little bit. I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize if I look kind of like groggy or if I'm not dressed super nice, but I did want to upload a video just because I came across a lot of people talking about something that I thought was pretty ridiculous, and that is Jake Paul's new movement for financial freedom. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about this. I'm not going to do a lot of editing. I'm not going to really show a lot of clips or anything like that, but I just wanted to kind of touch on the idea of it a little bit just because it's kind of weird to me and it just makes me kind of laugh. I think that if there were anyone else that tried to do this, that it wouldn't be looked at as poorly. And let me say why I think that is. Jake Paul is the poster child for buy my merch.
Buy that merch.
No matter what he does or who he's talking to, he always tries to basically somehow get the conversation back to why you should buy stuff that he promotes so that way he can make money off of you. And that is almost exclusively what he does. That's like 90% of what it is look at me and the brand that I'm trying to make for myself and help me support that by buying a bunch of my stuff. And that's just Jake Paul in a nutshell. And I actually don't dislike Jake Paul as a person all too much. I don't watch his videos and I don't like his videos, but I've seen things in support of Jake Paul that make him in a worse light than he deserves to be in, and some things supporting him that actually shed light on how he's not as horrible of a person as people think. But I don't hate Jake Paul. But boy, is he like the worst person to be trying to promote anything for helping other people when his entire platform is based around how you can actually help him. And so it's just weird and it's funny. I actually do, on a different note, support the idea of financial freedom, and I do think that there is a lot wrong with modern day education and how it's used for children. I don't think that it does fully prepare you for the future. And Jake Paul does make some somewhat, albeit poorly phrased, points that do make some sense. Like he talks in his trailer for it about how, he was always wondering like why they never learn more about taxes and why they're learning about, physics and math, and it was worded poorly and it really doesn't get a good point across, or at least it doesn't get it put across well. But basically, I do agree that there's a lot that kids should be taught in day-to-day schooling that just isn't being taught, and I think that people aren't getting really well set up for the rest of their future. I also agree that college, unless you actually have an intent and what you're wanting to do with it, can be pretty financially devastating. And I've seen a lot of people who go into a lot of debt because of college and ultimately don't see any kind of positive benefit from it. I'm one of those people. I went to school and I in no way use my degree to benefit myself in my professional life, my day-to-day life, or anything in between. I do appreciate the fact that I went to college, but ultimately me working in real estate in California has nothing to do with the degree that I got. And so I think that it can be a big leap of faith that doesn't always work out for people. And so I think college has some stuff that it needs to work on. I just don't think Jake Paul is the person to be teaching anyone this. And it's just, he's so far away from the pulse of what actually is going on in a financial medium that he has no credibility to talk about it. And if anything, he's proven to people that he has less credibility. His entire platform is based around him being a financial success, and that's the only real credentials he has to warrant him having this kind of a platform too. His reason for you trusting his ability to make you money is, look at how much money I've made because of how much money I've made. It's like the Paris Hilton thing that people used to make jokes about, where people would talk about like why Paris Hilton is famous, and people would tell them that she's famous because of all of the stuff that she does to make her famous, and they're like, yeah, but I'm asking how she does that or how she got there, and the entire response is, well, she got there because she's famous. And they're like, yeah, I understand that, but how did she get there? And that's exactly what Jake Paul is he's basically the Paris Hilton of YouTubers, and he expects people to want to trust in his word and his guidance to make them money. And I find it hilarious, and I don't know what my point is outside of that, but I just needed to say something about it. So yeah, that's my thought. I do support the idea of anyone trying to go out of their way in order to learn how to financially better their lives. I think that it's incredible for anyone who thinks that college isn't right for them to still pursue a financially stable and lucrative lifestyle. And I think that if anyone does want to go to college, that they should know what they're wanting to do with that degree and how they want to implement it. And I don't think college is bad. I do think it's not for everyone. And so a lot of like the heart that could have gone into this should and would still be there if it wasn't coming from Jake Paul. So that's it. Like I said, I don't hate him, but boy, is he just the worst person to be talking about this. So if you really do want to pursue financial goals, get someone that actually knows what they're talking about, and you're going to be fine. Find someone who genuinely knows what they're talking about and is genuinely trying to help you and not themselves, and you're going to be golden. I think one of the big reasons why people aren't financially successful is because they don't put themselves in a position to be financially successful. And so whether that be emotionally or tactically, I think that you should, and I'm in all support of that. I'm just not in support of you paying Jake Paul to do that. So that's it. Thanks everyone so much for watching the video. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but here we are now. So I appreciate it. I'll talk to everyone later. Thanks everyone. Bye.